All right, my friends, we are off to the races. In this video, we're talking about defining your tribe.
So focus plus audience equals love. Those two things are so important to creating a stellar standout brand. Focus and audience. So your focus and your audience go hand in hand. Many people have trouble defining their audience because they don't have a clear focus. So start with your focus and then define your audience based on your focus. It's so much easier to do it that way than to try and think who your audience is when you have an unfocused blog or business. So start with your focus, and then your audience is going to become very obvious. So the more focused your content is, the more easy it will be to define your exact audience. Now, in order to create a consistent blog, you need to know who you're creating it for. I mean, it's very hard to create a consistent blog if you have no idea of who your audience is. So don't think of your audience as an audience. That kind of clumps everybody into this big blob. Think of them as one person. So even better if you know someone who's representative of your ideal audience, then you can create everything for that person. Then you have basically this litmus test of, will this post be relevant to this person? Or will this image resonate with this person? Rather than trying to think if it's going to resonate with an entire audience, you actually just have one person that you're creating everything for. And in your workbook, you also have the opportunity to fill out an audience profile and answer some questions that are really going to hone in on who your tribe is and who that one person you're creating for is. So really work on that workbook too, because that's going to help you define your tribe and your focus. Now, 3 ways to define your audience, aside from doing the activities in the workbook. 1 is ask. Do a survey. So if you have even a small audience right now, you can totally do a survey on your blog or your website just to see who your people are. So ask a few questions, like where they live, which posts they tend to like the most, any questions that are going to give you a good idea of why they come to your website. Why did they come to you? What do they think of your blog? 2, look back through your old content to see what received the most comments. If it's received a lot of comments, then it shows that people are engaging with it. What received the most views? So if people are viewing it, then obviously they're interested in it. What received any other attention, such as a post that was retweeted a lot? And of course, also checking, in a later module, we're going to go over analytics. So checking your Pinterest analytics to see which content does the best on Pinterest. Then you can tell which content you should be creating more of for your audience. And then lastly, in the workbook, creating an audience profile and answering those targeted questions to help you define your audience for your blog or website. Now, once you know who your audience is, you guys, you can create content that they will love. So you need to know who they are so that you can serve them to the best of your ability. Remember, this is not about you. We are not creating a Pinterest or a blog for you. You are not your audience. We are creating this for all of those people, those awesome people who love what you create. So remember, this ain't about you. This is about them. So super scientific formula part 2. Your passion and talent plus how you can help or serve people. Last time it equaled your focus. This time it equals your content. So basically the same thing, your focus and your content, your passion, your talent, how you can help or serve people equals your content. Now, the best content for your people, what problem are you solving for them? What's the takeaway that's going to impact their life? So remember, we're making it all about your audience. How are you helping them? Make it share worthy. If they wouldn't want to share it, then why are you writing it? And don't be afraid to do what others aren't. So ignore the competition to an extent. You don't want to go completely off the grid. You want to make sure that it's still relevant to your audience, but don't be afraid to do what they're not. Don't be afraid to expand on their ideas or to try a different medium like video if nobody else in your niche is doing it. So create the best content for your people, so that you're solving their problems and giving them a solid takeaway. Now, recap. Define your tribe so that you can create content that is hyper relevant to them. Figure out what problem you're solving for your audience. And then understand your audience by doing a survey, researching your old popular content, and creating an audience profile. That way you can create content that is very relevant to them, that they're going to share and love and pin. So in the next video, we're actually going to be talking all about how to create killer content. So now that we know our focus and our audience, we are ready to create some stellar content. So make sure that you also fill out those worksheets in the workbook. Those are going to help you a lot in these next few modules. All right, guys, thanks so much for tuning in.
All right, my friends, we are off to the races. In this video, we're talking about defining your tribe.